third times is a charm. So welcome to this live yoga class. I'm really excited to be sharing the yoga practice with you tonight. This was a promise I made when I started this yoga for wellness group a couple weeks ago. Hi, people jumping in. I said as soon as there's 100 people, I will host a full-length yoga class. So if you're tuning in right now, this is happening, and I'm glad to have you. So it'll be about 45 minutes or so, more or less. So I invite you to get comfortable. We'll wait maybe about 3-4 minutes and see who else is jumping in. Welcome, welcome. I see some faces coming in. So I'm really excited to lead a class tonight. It's been a long weekend and it's the first day back to work for most of you, and never the funnest day of the week after taking a little bit of time off. So we'll work on letting go of the day tonight. It's going to be easygoing, gentle yoga. You're going to have to listen to your body because I cannot see you. So you're going to have to trust that what you're doing feels good for your body. As a guide, I'm here to make suggestions, and I'm here to guide you and help you into your yoga practice. But above anything else that I may suggest, listen to you. You know best what works best for your body. But don't worry, we're not getting into anything too crazy tonight. It will be gentle and hopefully relaxing. I started with a few technical difficulties. If you saw my live 2 times before this one came on, so I need to also settle myself in before we get started. And a way that I often do this is through using some essential oils. So I've got my lavender oil nearby, and I'll start by that. So if you do like oil and you have some nearby, I invite you to reach out for that. This is a way for me to get centered and relax. Whether I'm practicing or whether I'm teaching, this is a tool that does help me. Some lavender, very relaxing. So I'd love to hear, actually I don't know if all of you can be typing at the same time. I may have one question for you at the beginning. I'd love to know, are you newbie? Are you people that practice yoga on a regular basis? Like, I don't see all the names, I'm too far. Give me a shout if you're in this. Give me some thumbs up or some love if you are ready for yoga. Anybody? Alright, so I said there's a few people tuning in. So I hope that you have a space. I will, in a few moments, back this computer away so you can see my mat, so you can follow me about. Thanks for the thumbs up here. And then we can get started and we can just play and breathe. And this practice is about centering yourself. Alright, lots of thumbs up. So as long as you have a little bit of space in your house, in your living room, this will be perfect. A mat, a towel, a blanket, or if you're just on the carpet, that can totally work too. Again, yoga doesn't, hey, people coming in, Kelly, I'm new, okay, just getting back into it. Good, Andrea. So this yoga is for everybody. I'm going to make it super accessible. I'm going to give you some options. I will look from time to time if I do see questions. I will try to answer them, but my computer is pretty far out. So if you're waiting for answers, right now I'm just asking you to trust. Trust how it feels. Yes, this posture is sometimes uncomfortable, but I never want you to feel pain. And lots of love, I love it. So pain is an indicator that you are pushing this too far. This is not about injuring yourself. I want you to relax, have a good time, breathe, and connect to yourself, because you deserve this time for you. We all live busy life. I'm also a mom and an entrepreneur, and I, like you, I feel like sometimes I'm stretching myself thin. And this yoga practice does help me to slow down and connect to how I feel. And it makes me sleep good. So tonight, if you're going through this practice, this might be a bonus for you. So are you guys ready? Are we getting ready to get started? Okay. So I'll back this computer up. I see we have 12 people right now doing yoga at the same time from different places. I'm not sure if you're in Ontario, in Quebec, where you are. There's followers from all over in this group. So I look forward to know you and get to know you better over the next little bit. So, all right, are we guys ready? Okay, so I had some technical difficulty. I had to plan B, so I am on my phone here. I'm gonna have to find something else to make this. Okay, I think you'll get a really good shot of me. All right, so it's time to get started. You don't need anything else other than enough space and something to lay on. Probably a mat or a blanket. I will actually get rid of my pillow. That was just to settle into my space. I actually inviting you to start this practice with laying down. So spread out on your mat, lay down on your back. Take some time to wiggle it out. I will lead you through with my body tonight to be a little bit helpful for you if you can actually see me. And again, remember that I don't see you, so I cannot cue you personally, but I will try to give you some general cues to help you enjoy this practice. So don't be too attached to result. Just come to your mat with an open mind and just a willingness to practice tonight together. This practice will last anywhere from, I would think, 45 to 50 minutes or so, and I encourage you to stick with it. If you're brand new to yoga, after 5 minutes you might think like, oh man, I could do all those jobs, I could get up and do my dishes and do all the things that I need to do, but you deserve time for yourself. So try to make this commitment to stick to the practice tonight, and then at the end, just to check in with yourself and see how it feels. It may have switched or shifted from the beginning of the practice. So if you are not laid down yet, do this. I want you to be relaxed. Allow your whole body to relax on the mat. Let your feet flop. Let your legs be heavy. Let your arms weigh a ton. Imagine that you're just in a good place right now, where there's nobody waiting for you or calling your name, your phone's not ringing. The next hour or so is completely for you because you deserve it. Check with your jaw. Make sure it's nice and relaxed. If the tongue is on the top of your mouth, just let it go. Check in with your forehead. Just try to let the creases melt away. And then bring your attention to your breath. Just this nice, easy breath through your nose. Not really trying to change anything yet. Just noticing how it feels. Is it stuck up on your chest? Or does it move freely through your body? Does the breath get down to your belly? Just this nice breathing to start the practice. This is a really way to let go of your day and to connect to the right now. What's happening at this time. Not what needs to get done later, not what happened earlier today. Just a now. That's all you need to worry about. And invite you to find an intention for the practice. An intention is a word or a short sentence that acts as an anchor. So when your mind wanders off to different places, to your to-do lists, to things that needs to get done, to whatever, to tomorrow, then you repeat that intention. And that helps you stay in the present moment. Tonight, I encourage you to find something that relates to I deserve time for me. Maybe it's something faster or shorter like me time. This is for me. I deserve it. It's relaxed. Whatever, something that resonates with you. Maybe one of the words or sentences that I mentioned, or maybe something else altogether that comes up to you as I say those words. Once you find an intention, one of these words that connect with you, repeat them a few times in your head. And then remember to use it again through the practice when you feel like you are tuning out emotionally from what you're doing. This nice, easy breath. I deserve time for me. So this is a very good way to start the yoga practice. Finding this easy spot by relaxing, by tuning into the present, and then you become ready for the physical practice. I invite you to take 5 deeper breaths. Those deeper breaths should allow your belly to expand. I invite you to keep this deep breathing throughout the physical practice. If you can sustain this full yogic breath, this will be most beneficial to the practice. From there, I invite you to start to reawaken your body. So just some gentle movement, toes and fingers. Maybe stretch, like if your body feels like reaching your arms over your head, pointing your toes or moving your head from side to side, then do that. This is your practice. I'm here to guide you, but whatever feels good, do it. From there, I invite you to bend your knees and place the feet on the ground. Press the sole of your feet against the mat or the floor. And press your low back against the mat as well, just for a moment. And with the exhale, just release that and come back to a regular curvature in your back. From there, draw your knees in towards your chest. Place your hands on your knees and draw the knees fairly close. Trying to squish the belly, squish the organs. You can stay still or decide to rock from side to side. This is just a gentle way to give your back a little massage. So if you're just tuning in right now, this is a full yoga practice. So I invite you to lay down and jump in right now. We're only a few minutes into it. This will last about 45 minutes or so. You can jump in at any point. Notice the sensation in your low back as you rock back and forth. Feels good, doesn't it? This is a good way to release some of the stress, to relax. From there, let's drop the feet back on the mat. I invite you to take the feet a little bit wider, so closer to the outside edge of the mat. Arms are just to your side, and just start a windshield wiper type action. Just moving the knees from side to side, just really flopping. Not being too attached to what it looks like or where it needs to go. Just move at your own rhythm from side to side. Just let yourself be guided here. There's no pace that's too fast or too slow. A few more times each side. And then come back to stillness in the center. The feet are on the ground, the knees are still bent. I invite you to draw the right knee only towards your chest. So hug that right knee as tight to your chest as you can. Going to squish the organs again. If it feels good, you can extend the left leg completely out or keep the knee bent. You can try for size and come back to whatever feels best for you. And then switch it up. Right foot down. Hug the left knee in towards your chest. Hug it tight, like use your arm to squish the belly. Maybe even feel your rib cage. Squish it. And release both feet to the ground. I invite you to extend the right arm over your head, just flat down on the ground. And then roll to your right side. Use your bicep as a little pillow for your head to rest on. Take a few breaths in the side laying position. Not rushing, just enjoying each moment. Whenever you feel ready, you start to push yourself up to a seated posture. Take your time. We tend to rush to do everything that we need to do all day long. Just slowly sit down and bring the sole of your feet together. So I hope that you're doing okay. I have no idea how you're doing on your side. I'm moving along. This is supposed to feel good. So don't stress if you are not sure of some of the posture. Listen to my voice. Do your best. And we're just trying to experiment and see how we're going to feel at the end of the practice. Not necessarily being attached to an amazing result, but just being open-minded about possible results. I see some thumbs up. I like it. I guess you can hear me okay. heels a little bit closer in, not to the extreme where your body's already like freaking out. You want to feel some tension. Yes, we're opening the hips and we're not warmed up yet. So here might be enough of a stretch for you. If you want to go a little deeper, the hands can be on the ankles or up by the toes. And then you'll take a deep breath, get super tall. And with the exhale, you'll just lean forward. So reach towards me, the thumbs in front of you. Point is not to touch your nose to your knee. The point is to find sensation. As long as you're feeling things right now, you're totally in the right spot. That's all we're asking for. You probably hear me breathe deeply, and I invite you to do the same. This full yogic breath is usually audible. You make the breath a priority over anything else that you're doing. You're paying attention to how it feels. I like to close my eyes in a lot of the postures. If you're comfortable with that, go for it. If you'd like to keep your eyes on me, that's okay too. So right now, take a few moments to connect. Connect to how you're feeling, just only a few minutes into the practice. You feel like your mind is racing a million miles an hour? And that's okay if it is. There's nothing wrong with that. This is what the brain likes to do. Just notice, that's all I'm asking. Are you fairly calm? Have you already noticed a difference? And sit back up. Let's roll forward to your hands and your knees. If your knees are really sensible, if you have any knee injury or knee pain, one trick that I have for you is to roll the back of your mat if you have a yoga mat and have a little cushioning, or if you have a towel or a blanket, something nearby, you could also put something on your knees. So again, not looking for pain, always discomfort and pain is different. Place your hands right underneath the shoulders, spread your fingers wide, the knees are under the hips. So you have a nice flat back to start. As you breathe in, let your belly come down, the tailbone is up, and the chin is up. This is cow posture. Wait for the exhale. When it comes, round the back, chin to chest. When the inhalation comes, look up. Cow. Try to sync the movement with the breath. Every time you exhale, round the back for cat. When you're ready to inhale, look up for cow. So we all breathe at a different pace. Try to tune into your pace. Exhalation rounds and the inhalation lifts. One more time in each direction. And then come back to a nice flat back. Take the big toes together and open the knees a little bit wider. Sink your buttocks to your heels and come down to a child's pose. Try to see if you can sink your forehead to the ground. If it doesn't quite reach, make fists with your hands. Stack the fists so you can rest your head on your fists. So this is kind of your own posture. Just stay there. I'll talk to you a few moments through it. This is a posture that you can come back to at any point through the practice. This is kind of your safe zone. If you need a break, if you need to tune into what you're doing, come back to this child's pose. Just breathing nicely, possibly coming back to the intention that you set for yourself. That's that nice word or short sentence to help you connect to the present. Again, through this practice, I invite you to connect to your intuition. Do what feels right. If you at any point you're feeling pain, just back up. Come back to this child's pose again. Let's come back up to hands and knees. So hands are underneath the shoulders, knees under hip. Find the support here. Let's try to extend the right leg behind you. Keep the toes on the ground. Try to squeeze in the inner thigh as if you're holding something between your legs, so you have some engagement there. If this feels challenging, this is step one. Stay right here and hang on. If you want to build on this, if you feel stronger, you can decide to lift the right leg off the ground. Toes are down. Keep that same engagement between the inner thigh. This is step two. Again, we're building up. You decide where you want to work. If you want to add a layer, you can decide to extend the left arm forward. So that's opposite leg, opposite arm. The palm is facing in. And then reach. You're reaching in opposite direction and hope to find some length into your back body. Make sure that you're breathing. Don't hold the breath to hold the posture. Reach. And then drop the left hand and drop the right knee. Settle back. Take a moment to breathe. Opposite side. Left leg behind you. Toes are down at first, squeeze in. So usually when you reach up, the leg behind you, your hips will feel open. Squeeze in. You want the hip bones to shoot down. This is a good place to stay. Or lift that left leg up. Toes are down. This is your step two. I'm just building from here to give you options. This is your practice. Make it yours. If you want to extend, right arm forward, palm is in. And you're reaching in opposite direction, trying to have the longest body possible. And down, knee down. Let's take another child's pose. This is your home pose, right? Buttocks to heel. You can keep the knees further out if that's a bit more comfortable for you. And rest the forehead all the way down. Breathing deeply in and out through your nose. This is a safe place that's available to you at any point. You know, when you feel overwhelmed or you have a lot of stress into your life, this is a great posture to come back to. At your house, in the middle of the office if you have to. This is very relaxing and really a good position to center yourself. Let's come back to hands and knees. We'll actually make our way to our first downward dog. First step, curl the toes under. So the hands are still underneath the shoulder. Make sure that the fingertips are wide. You'll start to lift the buttocks up towards the sky. Keep those knees bent. We haven't warmed up the leg. You may want to pedal a little bit back and forth, stretch the hamstrings. Let your head just fall forward. Just aim the buttocks straight up to the sky. Don't be too attached to heels touching the ground or anything like that. I'm just trying to find your groove in your own downward dog. So the knees are bent. No need to overstretch. Take some deep breaths right here. Let's take a deep breath and lift the heel as high as you can. And with the exhale, sink the heels down. Again, breathe in, lift the heels. And with the exhale, sink. Two more times. Breathe in, lift the heels. And sink. Last time. Heels are up. And down. I invite you to start to walk your hands towards your feet. So you're switching the weight to your feet so you can be in a forward fold position. Make sure that your knees are bent. I want your belly to be resting against the thighs. And let the head just hang forward. If you feel really tight in neck and shoulder, just a little shake here. Do you some good? The upper body is just passive. It's just resting over the thighs. And then start to roll up. One vertebrae at a time. Keep that chin down towards your chest as long as you can. I need to adjust it. My plan B is get a little further out. Okay. Cutting my head, I won't be up for too long. Alright, so feet are just parallel to one another. Just gripping the ground with your toes. Stand tall with the arms sides. This is mountain pose. Also a very grounding pose when you feel like you are in the middle of a tornado, there's too much on your plate. Standing tall and proud like this one can be so beneficial to finding your own center, to let go of the fears. But you take a deep breath in and sweep your arms up. And when exhale, bend at the hips, forward fold. Again, come back to this position where your thighs is resting against, your belly is resting over your thighs, the head is down. Bring your knees down to the mat. I want you to be a little bit back on your mat so you have some space to move ahead. Just take a moment here. Check in with yourself. You close your eyes or gaze down on the ground. Taking some deep breath through your nose. Noticing what comes up. I'll go on to the stories about what comes up, but tune into what does. It's okay. Again, if you need any extra padding for your knee, you can roll the back of your mat a couple times over, or use a towel or a blanket to use the extra padding. So come up on your knee and step the right foot forward. And then allow your hips to sink. Get a nice 90-degree angle over the front knee. And then the hips are just resting. So if you feel like this is too deep and like you are like, oh my God, how long am I going to be here for? Just ease it up a little bit. You don't have to go to the extreme. You have to go to a place of sensation. I'll add a layer with the arms if you want to. If this is enough, stay right here. If you want to play with the arms, you'll interlace the hands behind you and aim the knuckles down. So that means that you're squeezing the shoulder blades in together and knuckles aim towards the back knee. So opening your heart, opening your chest. And let's release the hands down. And we'll just switch it up. So swing this leg back and sit back for a moment. Come up on the knees and step the left foot forward. Again, wiggle it forward enough that there's space for your hips to dip. Make sure that the front knee doesn't go over the ankle. You want this nice alignment at the front, so there's no injuries there. With each breath that you take, try to relax into it. This is where you'll find some space. Like often we're fighting the pose, we're so stiff. I don't know what we're afraid of. We're afraid of opening our hips because we store a lot of emotions there. So with the exhale, allow yourself to sink. Learn to be okay with feeling things in the hips. I'll do different arms on this side. If you want to add the arms, you'll bring your arms at 90. I guess I'll show you this way. Fingers are wide. And again, you'll draw the elbows back slightly so you're opening your chest again. Come down to sit onto your mat. Extend the legs forward and draw the toes up. I hope that you're doing well. I'm not sure even if you have questions I will answer after. I cannot quite see all the way there, but I trust that you're doing great. I trust that you are feeling things and trying things and just being with an open mind and be trusting of what comes up for you. I'd be glad to talk to you after if you do have some questions. So once you're in, legs are forward, toes are up. Make sure that you feel like the sits bone are connected to the ground. Like if you need to wiggle it out or take some of the flesh out a little bit, that's totally okay. When you're ready, you'll sweep your arms up. And then exhale, forward fold. I see some love. I like it. Thank you guys. Again, not trying to overstretch. If you're like the type A personality that always wants to go for the goal, there's no goal here. The goal, if there is one, is to feel things. So it doesn't matter if I'm all the way to the other side. If I'm just hands on my shins and I feel things in the back of my leg, this is where I want to be. So just notice whether your personality is always go to the farthest stretch that you can take, or if you're okay with just being here in this spot. Try to gaze at your toes and try to not wiggle, try to not fidget. Just a few moments in stillness with yourself, with your breath. Hear yourself breathe. This is the time to slow down and connect. And slide the hands back up and come back to seated. Let's bend the right knee. I guess you're seeing it the opposite from your slacking foot. This is the right knee. Connect the right foot against the thigh. So you're pushing the foot and the thigh is pushing it, so that makes you sit tall. Left toes are up. Reach up with the right arm. Find some length. You can see the space in your ribs, and then as you exhale, forward fold. Grab onto ankle, shin, pants, foot, whatever you got. But again, just to the point of feeling things. We'll be here for a few breaths. In the moment. It's time for me. I deserve me time. And slide the hand back up. Let's switch it up. Extend the right leg out. Bend the left knee. Foot against thigh. So again, you're feeling that contraction in the middle, which gives you some length. Lift the left arm up, straight up. And then bend forward as you exhale. Grab onto anything that you can. It doesn't have to be far. As much as you can, in and out through the nose, but if it ever brings any anxiety, to breathe just through the nose, open your mouth. This is just a suggestion. If there's people just tune into it now, it's still time to join. Come and finish this class for me. We have about 10 to 15 minutes left. Any yoga is good yoga in my book. And sit back up. Extend both legs forward. And shake them up a little bit. We'll work on a twist. So this time we're bending the right knee, but just sliding the foot in closer. Take the left arm and wrap it around the right knee. So as tight as you can to your body, so you're sitting tall. The right hand will come behind you, close to your hip. I'll just turn sideways so I can actually show you what I'm doing. The left arm was around the right knee. The right hand, see how close my arm, so this is almost a pedestal so I can sit tall. Take a deep breath in, and with the exhale, look over the right shoulder. Release and look forward. Switch the legs, extend the right out. Bend the left knee. Draw the heel a little bit closer in. Use the right arm this time. Wrap it around the knee. So see if you can get that knee close to the elbow crease. Or anywhere you can get it is perfectly fine. Left hand goes behind the left hip. Again, notice how close to my body I have it. So I'm almost pushing the back of my ribs to give me some length. So I sit tall, right? Like all day long we seem to sit with that round back at a computer or on our phone. Just learn to be tall and have a good posture. Take a deep breath in and wait for the exhalation to look over the left shoulder. Every time you breathe in, see if you can get taller. And use the exhale to increase the twist if you find like you're getting more space. And release the twist. Extend the legs forward and just shake them up. Let's move forward again to hands and knees. Take your time to transition. The transitions are important as well. Back up a little bit, we'll need some space forward in the mat. So we're getting close to the final posture. We'll also do a relaxation / meditation at the end. So make sure that you don't leave. Like, make that commitment to finish this practice. I know when there's not a class and a teacher looking at you, sometimes it's tempting to switch gear and start getting on the phone or something else that you have to do. You're almost there. Okay, you're doing fantastic. I'm proud of you. I'm proud of you for taking the time tonight and joining me. So let's shift a hand to hands and knee. We'll do one more hip posture. All right, so let's start to slide the right knee close to the right wrist. And then let that right foot come more to the left side of your mat. So you're just kind of wiggling it out. And see if you can slide back. So we're setting up for pigeon pose. If this already, you're like, oh my God, it's not gonna happen for me. You can always let the right side of your buttocks touch the ground, maybe a little bit more comfortable. Or if you can just stay here in this hip opener for a few breaths. Just try it out for size. If you need to go back to child's pose, that's okay. We're one of the last postures here. So if you're in pigeon pose and you're like, feel pretty good, I have a little bit more space, maybe you can come down on the forearm and just see how it feels. If it doesn't feel right, you can always back out, right? As long as there's no pain. Again, sensation, all good. Not the most comfortable pose, I totally agree with you, but so many benefits in this one. Very relaxing after a while. And that opening of the hip. Good to release some tension. Good to let go of things that we're hanging on to. Breathe deeply through your nose. If you still have some more space, maybe you can come all the way down and rest the forehead down. Try it out for size if you feel like you may have the space. If not, just stay on the elbows. Make the breath a priority. Breathe deeply through your nose. When you catch yourself tuning out, reel yourself back in. This is what mindfulness is about. You need to make that commitment to check in and pull yourself in when you notice that you've left the room mentally. Come back up on your hips if you're not already there, and then let's just slide that knee back to meet the other one. Just notice the sensation on the one side here. Let's try it on the other side. So slide the left knee forward towards the left wrist first. Then just wiggle that foot out more to the right side of the mat. Maybe this is as far as you can go. Maybe you have some space to slide back. And again, if none of these options works, maybe just to actually come down on the side and have the left bum cheek sitting down. That's okay. decide where you want to work. So this might be a good place. Maybe down on the forearm is accessible to you. If it's not, it will be eventually. If you keep practicing, it will be accessible. Maybe not tonight, but another time it will be. Or maybe you can come all the way flat out. We all have more flexible points. Some people have hips, some people have hamstrings. Some people think they're not flexible. Well, we can all gain flexibility by doing yoga. It's just a commitment to the practice. There's no other way to get to it. It's just practice. I invite you to count 3 more breaths. I will come out of this posture for now, but you stay there for 3 more breaths into this pigeon pose. Just want to make sure there's nobody asking me questions. Okay, still a few people in. Okay, so if you're just joining it now, it's okay. We're almost to the end of this practice. Stay along and finish this with us. Once you've done your 3rd breath, just slide that knee back and come down, sit on your heels, rest your hands on your thighs. Breaths. And come down to easy seated posture. You can come cross-legged, great. If cross-legged is hard on your knees, you can take the feet together, or you can just extend the legs out. Do what works for you. I want you to wiggle the hands to the right knee and beyond the right knee. I want you to stretch and let the head drop. Come to the center, so just slide the hands to the center, reach ahead. And then keep moving to the left side, slide the fingertips to the right knee and beyond. And come back to seated. So we are already at the point of the final relaxation meditation. I will stay in an easy seated meditative posture, but if you like to lay down to take the final savasana, I encourage you to do this. This is the best part of the practice. So unless you want to stay seated with me, I invite you to lay down on your back, the same position that we started in. And don't leave yet. Savasana is important. This is the time that we soak up the benefits of the practice. So take 5 more minutes. Like, you can totally do 5 more minutes. There's no reason why you can't. Lay down on your back, extend your legs out. Allow the arms to come at a comfortable distance beside your body. The palms facing up if you're okay with that. And just come back to an easy breath. Not really trying to change anything. Just to relax. If you decided to stay in an easy seated posture as I am, same thing here. Palms up, eyes are closed, and just focus on the breath. The work is done. There's no more effort required. This is just time to soak it all up. Allow yourself to just be completely relaxed. Allow yourself to be supported by the floor, the earth that's underneath you. Let go of judgment. Just be in the okay, in the moment. You've done the work, you practice, you took time for yourself. Regardless of whether you're doing all the postures or not, it doesn't matter, but you did land on your mat tonight, and I'm proud of you for that. Just allow yourself to be heavy, to be at ease, to be at rest.
taking time to get centered and peaceful is not selfish. It is not a waste of time. When we're open to receive the message clearly, we can also transmit the message clearly. The most important is that the message is a message of love. We all deserve more love. Self-love, love to others. We're so quick at looking at the negative, and this practice may help you. Finding a little bit of joy, finding a little bit lighter, and just be okay with love rather than harsh words. If you're laying down in Savasana, this was fairly short relaxation. You may want to stay there for longer, but if you're ready to close this practice with me, I invite you to just start to wiggle your hands and your toes. Just very gently reawakening your body. So keep your attention inward. And listen to your body. If you feel like stretching in any other way, do that. Head from side to side often feels good, or pointing the toes. When you're ready on your own time, you'll bend your knees and place the feet back on the ground. Connecting the sole of the feet to the earth. From there, extend one arm over your head, down on the ground, and roll to that side of your body to come into a side laying position, low fetal position. If you were in seated meditative posture as me, just stay here. I'll cue you in a few moments. So from your side, keeping your eyes closed or just a low gaze to the floor, I invite you to ever gently, ever slowly, ever lovingly push yourself back up to seated. You don't need to look at me yet. Keep your attention inward. Come to seated, any seated posture that's comfortable for you for just a few moments. It'll be short and sweet. Maybe cross-legged, maybe Baddha-Konasana, like the sole of feet together. Rest your wrists on your knees, palms up. Take a moment to notice right now how you feel. We've been practicing for about 45 minutes or so. How do you feel? What comes up? Are you judging yourself already? Are you okay with just trying and being part of it? Let's take a deep breath together and sweep your arms up over your head to seal the energy that you created with your practice. Place your hands together and then draw those hands to your heart, to a prayer position. Connect the back of your thumbs to your chest. Feel that breath. Feel that life that's within you. I invite you to take a moment of gratitude for the opportunity, for practicing from your own living room, from my living room to your living room tonight. I want to thank you so much. Namaste. You can bow forward to seal the practice. Open your eyes. Squeeze. Just see. How that felt. I want to take this time to thank you for participating tonight, for supporting me and my passions, because I love sharing yoga and wellness and mindfulness. So I have the opportunity to do this only because you're following me along and you're willing to try what I'm throwing at you. If you enjoy this practice, which is only one style of practice that I teach, not necessarily my personal practice,
But this gentle practice is just feel good, accessible practice that's relaxing, hopefully. You can tell me how you feel right now. That would be helpful to get some feedback. And yeah, if you have some questions now, I'm going to stay on here for a minute or two. I have a couple messages to give you. But feel free to ask me a question, whether it's now or later. Give me feedback. Tell me how you feel. Tell me if some of the postures were you loved, some of the posture you hated. That's okay. Yay, Amélie, yay, salut mon ami. J'ai pas parlé français, j'avais pas vu que t'étais là. Sorry. French friends. So this is cool, right? Megan, thank you so much. Then yoga, yes. Thank you for coming the other day, and thanks for joining me again tonight, Megan. I appreciate your support, and I hope that. So you told me you hated yoga, and then you've done yoga with me twice in the last week or so. So I guess there was something that drew you back tonight. So that makes me happy, Megan. Again, there's other style of practice as well. This was just an accessible after the long weekend. Letting go of the day, the return to work is always a little bit tough after a long weekend. So I hope that you enjoyed that. Ainsley, thank you so much. Back to yoga after a couple of years. Okay, all right. So this may be the time to get back into it, right? If you practice tonight, if you made a commitment to showing up and trying it, maybe this is a sign that you need more yoga into your life. So this Yoga for Wellness group is a fairly new group. I'll try to keep posting things, but I want to hear your feedback. I want this to be a community. This is not about me, it's about you and what your needs are and how I may be able to support you. So use this group. Like, this is something that I put out you to help you, because I love to empower people to bring more yoga into their life. So let me know what would be beneficial, what you need to get started, or what you want to know. Like, I don't know everything about yoga because there's lots to learn. Hey Regine, I know you've been following. My daughter and I did it together. I love it. Actually, I'd love to host one with my daughter, because my daughter and I love to do yoga together. So if that's something that interests you, we could post something, because she was a bit jealous. She wanted to join in tonight. But yoga with kids is a lot of fun, so I'd love to. That's a great suggestion, to host something like this, and I'd love to get your feedback from other people if anybody else would enjoy, like a family or a kids yoga. Yeah, okay, so I think this wraps it up. I really thank you for your support. I see lots of comments, and it was a little challenging for me. I'm always teaching with people that I can see body moving, and I can cue according to what I see in a room, and this was completely different because I had no idea where you're at. But I try my best to cue you as much as I can without seeing you. So one last note, I have this free challenge coming up, and I would really love you to join in. This is more about mindfulness, connecting to the chakra. There's going to be a little bit of yoga through this. It starts October 23rd to 29th, so 7-day, dedicating just 5 minutes each day. I will do a Facebook Live every day to get you going, give you some tips, and then we can get the energy going, right? Like, it feels good when we're in a challenge together, and we can feed off other people's energy as well. So there is a link in this group. It's pinned at the top to register. You just have to put your name and your email address technically, and then you'll receive some emails and access to a special group as well. Thanks, Sandra. I hope that you enjoyed. I know you hadn't been practicing a while. So just see how your body feels. Maybe a nice bath after this tonight could feel really good. And just see how you feel tomorrow, whether there's some body parts that are talking to you, or, just see how you sleep tonight. Just take the time to notice. Like, that's the thing. Yoga is that it's fun in the moment. It feels good in the moment, but then you want to see what comes up after, like physically and emotionally, and go from there. So thank you so much for everybody that joined. Namaste.